hear about
I
the
heard
job.
you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. What do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah. I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
Oh, perfect.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge.
Noted. Chest at your forge. Oh, this one.
Go over to the anvil and let's get started.
Start blacksmithing. Okay. Oh, I do have a balisard. This item can't be crafted. Okay, never mind.
The furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it
Oh
up.
my god, this is gonna be...
Try poking it around for a bit.
Oh my god, this is gonna be like so detailed, isn't it? Holy shit.
Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. Works better.
Oh my gosh. Wow, this is... Holy crap, this is another level of detail. Holy crap.
You can tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell from the fire. You have to take it out and take a look. Try it out.
Wow. A straw yellow. Does that work? Is that good?
Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. There you go. You've got it finished.
Oh, okay.
All that's left is the temporary.
Quite it.
And the sword will be done. The rest is just waiting.
Oops. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Obviously simplified, but that's really cool.
It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Semine, and they never came back.
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up, and especially the cargo. Go to Semine and find out what the bloody hell happened.
Have you any idea which way they might have gone?
There's only one road to Semine that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Troskovitz, and then to the south. But I've got a bad feeling they got up to no good in Semine.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Those two hands of yours, Venser and Franzi, what can you tell me about them?
Can't tell you much. They're wandering laborers. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for long, but these days I can use all the help I can get.
Were they suspicious in any way?
No, they worked hard. They ain't no slackers. And I can't say that about everyone.
What was the cart carrying?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. I'd say Lord Semin wants to rearm his garrison with new equipment. There were some hunting swords, bastard swords, crossbow bolts. I also fixed the trigger on young Semin's crossbow. And some kitchen stuff. Sacks of charcoal, all sorts of things. There's a good month's work in that cartload.
All right. I'll get right on it then.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Gladly. I'll kick some sobriety into them.
Can't remember this place. That's where I got pebbles.
Go! Ka!
Just park my horse here. This place is pretty well defended. Now, this is a true manor lord.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey! You alright there, laddie?
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Semin is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck what you fray. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yarko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
Dude,
The
I've
old
got
man's
chainmail on.
hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that.
You're really gonna fight a dude who's got like any amount of armor on? He's drunk. You know what? It doesn't matter.
Now
I'm
you're
gonna kick your
die.
fucking ass.
The man's your fucking pop! Burst it!
Yeah, how you like that, bitch?
Come on. Oh, you wee
What
bastard!
in the devil's name is fucking going on here?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What about that line?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Semin's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Moravia.
someone having
We'll
a
be
bath.
needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone. What we bought only last week.
Dude, I feel you.
Enter!
A lot of rings.
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us!
Jeez. Rude.
So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
sir.
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
I
What
like
about
this
Henry
guy.
here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced. And your son
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir.
Also, I think the voice actor for this captain
So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're
was
happy
in the
about
last
it.
game.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't manage on our own?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle.
Stop saying
So-
pizzle!
Do you know what to do? Or have you got any more questions?
Drink every time they say pizzle.
No, that's all. But we should get going.
That we should. But it's getting pretty late. We need daylight for
Oh.
a search like that. Come back in the morning and we'll... If you want, stay here. You'll get a bit of grub in the kitchen and you can sleep in the barn.
How is it I'm still full? I wish... You know what? Honestly, I want that tapeworm back. Give me that tapeworm from the last game. That's bullshit. Is it morning yet? Come on.
Be careful. Excuse me.
Again, though, this is a pretty nice thing. Actually, this looks almost exactly like the buildings in Manor Lords, except not quite. Oh, there's the shithole. Yeah, there's the outdoor shitter. That's funny. They even rendered shit on the walls. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, imagine being a guard standing here while someone's taking a dump in the... Oh my gosh. I mean, they gotta do it somehow, but man.
I'm ready to set out.
All right. Stay close to us and don't go wandering off.
As you say, sir.
Where will we start searching, sir?
If they drove out of Tarkov and headed towards us, they had to pass through Troskovitz.
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son. Troskovitz ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions,
Oh, there's
sir,
a follow button.
but I
Excellent.
can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I
Still got
know
blood on
who's
my
running
finger.
rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry, soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
Young Henry here gave Yurko a nice hammering.
Stop raining. Oh, we're in approximately iron here? Surely this isn't where the cart disappeared off. Hey, Downside. Do I need to play the first one to play this one? Not strictly speaking. They do a lot of flashbacks to the first game in the opening act, so you'll get the idea of what happened in the first game. If you want the absolute complete experience, I would play both games, but if you're fine just being like getting a summary and then playing with all the improvements, you can jump right into this one. Like, it summarizes it for you reasonably well. Like, you'll get the gist of what happened. I guess you?
So, we're in Troskowitz.
I'm kind of on like a side
What now,
quest in
sir?
the main quest, so feel free to
Should I
stick
go to
around.
the
I'm still at the
bailiff
beginning of the
and
game.
ask if he might have seen someone.
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here
You can at
should
least
do it. If
hang
the
out here
bailiff
and get a
sees
feel
you, he'll
for
guess I'm in the village
the
and
stuff.
come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
Why?
About who? Since you're not here, how could I speak of you?
That's what I like to hear. Now run along.
Nice knowing me, I have to play things in order. So I'll play the first game? Yeah, definitely. And I think it's on sale right now in a bunch of places, so good time to pick it up. Got it again. Bailiff! Hey, how's it going?
Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did, a few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin.
Why is everyone
And
going to
you're looking
Apollonia?
for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for Semine on that cart, and I can do without that kind of trouble now. On account of the wedding, you know?
You needed another game to stream besides Foxhole and Space Marine 2? Hey, you can't go wrong with Foxhole and Space Marine 2, but still. Wait.
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all.
Oh, right.
Although not everyone sees eye to eye with me. Lord Semine would be happier if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with it, but if I'm going to pay for it...
I understand. But isn't it just that the Grooms family is more concerned about these things?
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. It's because Lord Semine is a noble and I'm just a commoner. Only I've got coin. While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that piddling estate of his.
You ought to calm down, Master Bailiff. That kind of talk can stir things up.
You're right, of course. It just makes me mad, though.
I understand.
Got pretty nice headgear, though.
Do you know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you.
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them, but I know people. That pair have mischief in their eyes. I can tell.
That'll be all. They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
Those games,
So
but it's
did
always
you
nice to
cheat?
mix things up. Yeah, totally.
Bastard.
That's why I do my
And
Sunday
what about
streams.
my
'cause
goods?
I know everyone
Well, they were
knows me for
driving
Fox,
so
and likes to
fast,
watch me play
it was
Fox,
falling
but
off the cart.
The thieving
I gotta go
scum.
through the games
Let's
I want to
hurry.
play too.
To your chin.
Not that I don't want to play
Sir,
Fox, but
I can send a message to the Itchin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
yes, please.
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between riding to Yitchin and listening to Dorothy's endless fussing, I'll take Yitchin any time. Besides, there's an along the way.
Watch
The
out.
Three Cats. We can spend the night there.
I remember that place, but I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside the door.
Trying to find any excuse not to
gnarly,
prepare
that
for the
was
wedding.
15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even still
Your Sunday streams are my
standing.
fave because they tend to be
True.
more chill. Depends on the
Still,
game I'm playing, but yes.
We'd
thank
better
you,
keep
Cinderella.
our eyes peeled. They might not have gone to Yitchin. They could have turned off somewhere. Or something could have happened. They might have been ambushed, maybe.
I hope they
Will
were
you
ambushed.
give
That would make it
over with
interesting.
that? I'll bet my brains they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome.
That's a nice name for an
if
inn,
that
though.
old dive is still standing. Let's go then.
Honestly, if you review the,
Oh, hold
I made a
up.
history of
This is
Foxhole,
strange. I don't see any cart tracks.
0.08 to
What do you reckon, Gnarly?
0.
I'm blind as a
1.0.
mole, sir. But it's all peculiar right enough. Where the hell could that cart have vanished to?
Well, that's just it. They had nowhere to turn off.
I'll look up the road a bit.
Oh,
And you, Henry,
wait a minute.
have a look back along the road. Maybe it fell in a ditch somewhere.
Where the hell? Are you? Am I? Is this not it? Is this not the hint I'm supposed to be following? This guy's over here. Oh, wait, there's the cart.
The blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Totally missed it. And a bunch of eaten apples.
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
That's what I said.
Of course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot. My old young milk would only break a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
I told you. They got ambushed by them bastards that's on the rampage round here, sir.
Oh, be quiet. We still can't be sure of anything.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't trust this.
Excuse me?
You're excused. I know there's bandits about. Let's not fuck around. Oh, well, thanks, downside. Appreciate it.
Apollonia. I spent a lot of time running around here as a young lad.
Oh, not me. This place always gave me the shivers.
God's truth, I ain't got only good memories of it. One time, got my legs stuck in a crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear. It wasn't till morning that the folk from the fortress found me. The whole of Samine
I hear voices.
for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It still gives me the creeps here.
Why is that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the ropemaker's wife as a nanny. Now, she had some tales about this place. Headless horsemen, goblins...
What's wrong with his legs? What's wrong with his legs is they can't stay away from the tavern. You two don't know the truth from
Oh, I
all the
remember this
ground.
camp.
Stumble was a priest. He showed me holy pictures and taught me a lot. Aye, Stumble was a priest. pigs can fly, and Gulz's name is really something.
Where'd the other two go, by the way? Where the fuck are you guys? Oi.
What do we do now? I heard more than 2 voices.
I used to clamber around here as a young lad. The girls from Slattergo used to come make a fire here and jump over it, and so's their underwear wouldn't catch fire. Sometimes they'd take it off.
That's nice, Gnarly, but I don't think it's scantily clad maidens we'll be running into here. So what's that got to do with anything?
What the hell, man?
There's a nice view into the gorge from up there. We only have to go back a bit, and we can get up there.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I was already over there.
Sure.
I could do without.
Did they do something? What the fuck do you imagine they do? Light up in the dark? Leave him be.
I kind of just want to murder these guys and get it over with, but...
They rolled around and gave off sparks.
Those definitely aren't the blacksmith's hands.
I'll play this the way they want me to.
So how's it look? How many?
I saw 3. And they don't look like Radovan's hands.
And what about my goods?
I didn't see them. It looked more like a patrol. I reckon there might be more of them hereabouts.
Seems we can't avoid a fight.
Sure we can.
I hope you're ready, Henry.
Isn't it a bit dangerous, just charging in?
Sure it's dangerous, youngster. But if you're more dangerous than them bastards, it'll all end well.
Alright.
So, how are we gonna do it? Do you just want to charge them, sir?
What else do you suggest?
Someone could go back up top and try to take one of them down with an arrow before we charge them. There's a good view of the camp from up there.
Good idea, Henry. And I see you're equipped for it too.
Thank you
Climb
for
up
noticing.
top, and as soon as you shoot the first time, we'll charge them. And make sure you don't hit one of us.
That's exactly
What
what
you
I was
are,
going to
Captain.
suggest. Excellent. We're in agreement. Alright, let's go fucking murder some bandits then.
Who claims he was a priest? He can't even quote one psalm. Don't you think he'd have a better nickname than Stumble if he was a priest?
Hey, it ain't his fault. What's wrong with his legs?
What's wrong with his legs is they can't stay away from the tavern.
You two don't know the truth from an...
Charge them! Charge them! Do you have a bow? I can't tell. Well, you don't have half a brain anymore, so... Oh shit, I forgot to equip it. No, I didn't forget to equip it.
Show your stuff!
Please draw your
Save
weapons,
that for
Henry.
banging in nails!
No, my kill! Fuck you! You bastard! Well, time to loot the corpses.
Oh, this day took it out of me, and no mistake.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here. And none of them bastards look like the blacksmith's hands.
So we just killed a bunch
Right,
of innocent
Henry.
people.
Well, we can't ask them now.
Oh, well.
Oh,
That's how
well.
it goes sometimes.
But I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good camping spot.
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst. We might have just run into them bandits by chance.
Yeah, well, you were right, as always. Let's go, then. Are you ready, Henry?
I am. Let's go.
I thought we had everything clear, Venser. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Make no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker.
Oh,
So
shit.
now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't have saved my ass that time in Colleen,
Or wait.
I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
No, wait a minute.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
Like that time at the Shani, sir?
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
What, me?
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours.
We're gonna get a gun. We're gonna get a gun. We're gonna get a gun. We're gonna get a gun.
Ahem, gentlemen. I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over, and I'll let you go.
Oh, you must be from Samin, sir. Well, of course you can have everything back. As long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
What are you gaping at? At them!
I thought he had a gun. I'm disappointed.
Fuck you, whoreson.
Hammer them, man!
To the task!
Come on,
We'll finish this quickly.
Yeah, I was expecting music here. Ow!
You two are bloody pulp, fucker!
I'm sorry, who's gonna be a bloody pulp now?
Yeah!
Ow! Fuck you.
I'll be done with you in a flash.
Good kill, sir. Oh, you're still alive, huh?
Slice him up! True blood! Yeah! Good! They got what they deserved, the fuckers!
I'm a nobleman.
Henry! Hey, Henry! Are you listening? Come here!
He's a noble.
What to do with you
What the fuck do you want? Hang on, give me a second. I gotta loot. Always on the up around here, huh? Hey, dude.
I've got you now, Venser. You've nowhere to run to. Yield.
Well, why the fuck would I? It's just you against me. Besides, if I do yield, it's the rope for me anyway.
Yeah, I'm covered in blood. I just killed a bunch of bandits. I think I'm gonna intimidate them.
One-on-one, yeah. But it must be clear to you that you're no match for me. Even if the noose is waiting for you, it's still a more pleasant death than getting your head smashed in with a rock. And believe me, I'll do it if there's no other way.
Fuck! Alright, I'll come with you. But you'll put a word in for me.
I might. As long as you don't try anything.
Promise me.
I won't promise you anything. Now come on. I've got a prisoner for you, sir.
Excellent. It all worked out quite well in the end. Gnarly will take care of this scum.
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need to have a strong word with him. You did a good job, youngster. You've got heart. And
I
so
have
you
someone's
don't
heart.
say I had you clambering over these rocks for nothing. Here's something for you.
A bunch of groschen.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me.
Yep.
You deserved it. And now, let's get that accursed cart back to Samin. Want to ride? We'll go via Troskowitz. We can drop you off there, and you won't have far to Tarkov. You ought to report back to Radovan as soon as possible about what happened with these hands.
A ride would be great. My legs are sore.
Wait until you're my age. Well, let's get going.
I did go for a long walk today. My legs are sore.
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Vence's fault. It was him who said we'll sell
Hey,
the car to
you!
Jules.
You're finally
Not like
awake!
that at all. We shook on it. But on
Hey,
the
bot.
way, you had
Go
the
fuck
idea.
yourself. Oops.
You two. One way wanted to fuck me over. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
You are trying to cross the border into Hammerfell. This has got to be a joke, right? They must have known what they were doing.
We didn't want to steal it. Well, Vence did. I didn't know what was going to happen.
I didn't want nothing. But I got mixed up in this by mistake.
Stop arguing, or I'll unhitch the cart and let the horses drag you the rest of the way.
If it
Where
weren't
are you
for that
taking us?
Imperial patrol,
Or
or
his
if it weren't for
lordship
that
will hear
Imperial
you out
patrol, I
and
could have
decide
stolen that
what
horse
to
and been
do.
halfway to Hammerfell by
I
now.
hope you realise you can't just execute me.
Ah, it depends. By rights, I should send a plea to some court to decide if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily risk it and lop your head off without permission.
I see how the law is respected here.
Ha! Are you yanking my pizzle?
Stop saying pizzle!
You're a fine one to talk about law.
And what will happen to us?
If Lord Semin's in a good mood, he'll try to find out whose idea it was.
It definitely wasn't mine.
You're such a rat, Frenzy.
On the other hand, when I hear you lot going on and on, I reckon he might not give a damn.
I'm innocent. I swear on my soul.
Is that supposed to soften my heart? Pah! Every man she killed, I dragged to the gallows, swore on his mother. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was as pure as the driven snow. But this bastard doesn't think twice about his soul. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Captain's right. Only the lowest of the low swears on his mother.
Watch
That's
your
right.
tongue, horse
You always
thief.
were a piece of
You're
shit,
speaking
Francie.
to
No
Ulfric
scruples.
Stormcloak,
Well, ain't it grand to have you here to
the true
explain it?
High King of
Now shut your
Skyrim.
gobs, the three of you. Don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spout.
You know, for people who are probably going to get their heads chopped off, you guys kind of seem pretty happy right now. Maybe not you. What? Why are we stopping? Why do you think? End of the line. Are we stopping?
Right, we're in Droskowitz. This is where you get off, Henry.
Thanks a lot, Captain.
Don't forget to go and tell Radovan what happened, so he can stop worrying.
So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Semin's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh, they did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realized they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Semin, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Semin, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you tracked them down. The whole band.
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia, along with the cart and the goods.
Indeed. Where else? The bastards. And what about my hands?
I'm not sure. Lord
Thanks,
Semin took
Cinderella.
them and Gules to his courtyard.
Sleep well.
We'll
Have a
see
good
how he
evening.
deals with them.
I know what to do with them.
Don't worry. I don't think Lord Semin will let them off lightly.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Semin's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes. The bailiff's daughter. When you were in Truskowitz. What do you think of her?
I don't think I actually have seen her.
Well, I haven't seen Agnes. Is she pretty?
Pretty doesn't do her justice. She's a beauty. But she's got such a sharp tongue on her that I don't envy older at all. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
What does all this have to do with smithing, Radovan?
What? Can't I chat about women with my apprentice? Ah, you're right, though. Let's get down to business. Old Semin wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel?
That's right. And that's just the problem.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out. There's this old hermit called Ambrose.
Oh my god, I already visited him.
Who's old and sick? I know.
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia.
Andalusia? That's in Spain.
They
Oh,
saw
he fought the
this
Moors.
interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit
Toledo.
has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See
Other
now?
than Damascus.
You do understand.
Maybe. I don't know.
But there's a catch.
What's the catch?
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. I even heard he made a pact with the devil. And there have been other strange goings-on.
What strange going?
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the hermit's sword. But in return, you'll get me invited to Semin's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not? Come and see Betty from the Truskowitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell you more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. The best sword in the world isn't worth eternal damnation.
Bro, I've already visited the hermit. It's fine. He's just a dude. There it is. Okay, there's the garden. Okay, there we go. I got him. God, this place is hidden. Buddy.
What do you want here?
Radovan, the blacksmith from Takov, sent me.
And what's that got to do with me? Clear off! Equam memento rebus in arduis avari
What did you just call me? Mate. Okay.
God be with you, hermit.
I don't have time for you. Go away.
Interesting. Last time you were at death's door.
There we
now
go.
You're fit as a fiddle.
Yes. I was sick. But now my strength is returning, thank God. Ars medica natura magna est.
He's actually just conscious of your saves coming and tired of your bullshit. I would believe that at this point. That would be the real devil's work here.
Judging by what I've heard about you, you're a bit fishy, hermit.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of talk about you in the village. They say you've made a pact with the devil and are summoning demons from hell.
Old wives' tales. What do I care about such nonsense?
Well, but supposing it isn't nonsense.
Henry,
of course it is.
I found the black horse.
A few nights ago, a herdsboy saw a black horseman ride into Apollonia.
All right.
He thought it was an apparition, but I think a demon would have known the road to Apollonia and wouldn't have spun round and round at the crossroads like a top.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I found a black horse stabled in a pen here. In the woods below the rocks. A well-fed, healthy horse. Black as charcoal. The man who rode on it wasn't an apparition.
He's not a real hermit.
Or the devil.
Why are you telling me all this? For God's
He's got a
sake,
black robe on.
Stop this nonsense right now.
There's something fishy about this. I'll be back, hermit.
I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have your head screwed on?
Oh, come on. Oh my god, I have to do every...
I came about that sword of yours.
I'll keep my sword, thanks very much.
Right. Long since broken and unused. I wouldn't hum and haw too long if I were you. Radovan the blacksmith will give you a good price for it.
Oh, right. You mean that sword? I don't have it anymore.
Oh. Should I just threaten him? You're suspicious, expose? Okay, let's try that. Geez, Henry, you can't just call a horse black. Christ.
I know now what's going on here.
Good God, you again?
There's something fishy.
No, stop saying I'll be back! I'm not gonna be back! I want the sword and I want it now!
I found some pretty interesting documents of the Order.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I reckon you do, Ambrose. According to one of the documents, you were appointed Seneschal of the Knights of the Cross with the Red Star. Or are you going to tell me it was some other Ambrose?
I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't know anything about any documents.
The apparition was seen by the conciliatory cross at night.
Old wives' tales.
I went to take a look, and it really is askew. But it wasn't magic that Hellspawn was wielding. It was a shovel. There was a hiding place beneath the cross. And the man digging there at night didn't have time to put the cross back in the right position.
By all the saints! So someone was digging there. What has that to do with me?
A few nights ago, a herd, I think a demon would have known the road to Apollonia and wouldn't have spun round and round.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I found a black horse, well-fed, healthy.
Why are you telling me all that?
There was a brand new cloak of the Knights of the Cross in the hiding place. It's clear that the man doing the digging hid it there, maybe to cover up who he really is and what he's planning.
I still don't know what you want from me. What have I got to do with some cloak?
The man who took things from the hiding place can't have been some chance thief, because he left a purse full of coin there.
So keep the groschen, lad, and stop pestering me. It's nothing to do with me.
That's enough. I think there are enough fishy things going on around you for me to tell the bailiff, but you're in luck. All I'm after is that broken sword. So, come clean.
You're wide of the mark. But in the end, maybe you could help me.
What do you want help with, Ambrose?
I'm not Ambrose. He died some time ago. I am Conrad, Knight of the Cross with the Red Star.
Ambrose is dead, you say? How did it happen?
He was an old man. Unfortunately, he was already at death's door when I found him.
And you had nothing to do with his death?
Of course not. Ambrose was my friend. I'd known him for 20 years. He was a good member of the Order and an outstanding teacher.
Ah.
Ambrose was a member of your order?
More than a member. He was the Seneschal, second in rank only to the Grand Master. He served the Order for many years before getting into a dispute with the Prague chapter and the Inquisition. Then he had to disappear. I was the only one to know where to look for him. But I came too late. All he managed to tell me was his last wish.
What are you doing in the hermit's hut then?
In Prague, I got into a serious dispute. Ambrose was the only person who could help me. That's why I came to see him.
I'm guessing that the diabolical horseman scaring people round these parts was you.
That was not my intention, believe me.
You scared the life out of Gerda from Troskowitz that night. What were you doing there?
Ambrose had a hiding place beneath the cross where he kept things from his past.
I found some documents there from the Knights of the Cross. But Ambrose clearly wasn't interested in them. So what did he send you to get?
He sensed that death was coming for him. He wanted me to help settle his affairs. And he also longed to hold his old sword in his hands one last time. I went to his hiding place that very night. But by the time I got back, Ambrose was dead. I put the blade on his grave in place of a cross.
So the sword is on Ambrose's grave. Will you tell me where I can find it?
You want to disturb his rest?
I just want the sword, that's all. It's no use to him now.
All right. I'll tell you where his grave is if you fulfill Ambrose's last wish instead of me. I can't do it.
All right. What am I supposed to do?
Listen carefully, then. There's an old widow called Margaret living in the village. Take this cross to her, and say to her exactly these words. Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
That's right.
I hope she'll know what this is about.
Don't worry, she will. Give her the cross, and I'll tell you where you can find the sword. Benedictio Domini sit tecum.
Oh, there you are.
Good afternoon.
Good camera angle.
This might seem strange, but I'm supposed to give you this.
A cross? Mother of God. What's the meaning of this?
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what he deserves.
Ambrose? The hermit?
It was his wish that I give you the cross and the message. He said you'd know what it's about.
Oh my God! By all that's holy, it couldn't possibly be him. All those years, I'd lost hope. I never forgave myself. I committed a mortal sin.
Well, I don't know what you did. But this is supposed to be your absolution.
No, there's no absolution. Not yet. You said it yourself. Not until Ambrose's brother gets what he deserves. The bones. They still lie there outside the wall. Help me. His soul must find peace.
All right. I'll help you. But you'll have to tell me more.
Thank you, lad. Thank you. I'll tell you everything. It's a curse. I've never told anyone about it. And it's a good thing you caught me here. At the graveyard.
What does the graveyard have to do with absolution?
Hold on. Not so fast. First, tell me... Are you afraid of the dead?
It's the living I'm more afraid of than the dead.
One should fear the dead. But in the end, it's probably a good thing that you have no fear. You see, one poor soul is waiting for redemption.
Ah, I get it now. Ambrose's brother has to get what he deserves. This is about the soul of Ambrose's brother.
His name was Jan. He lies outside the graveyard wall, buried without rites. He's been there for 30 years.
What happened to him?
The memories are painful. We were childhood friends, and Jan loved me. Only, I chose his friend Vashek over him. He couldn't get over the rejection. So he lay in wait for Vashek one evening.
And Vashek killed him?
It was an accident. They quarrelled. Jan drew his sword first, and Vashek had to defend himself. Apparently, they got close to the cliff edge while they were fighting, and Jan fell. When they found his body at the bottom of the cliff, people thought he'd killed himself.
That's why the cross is up there.
The only one who didn't believe it was Jan's brother.
Ah, the conciliatory cross where they saw the apparition. That's to commemorate Jan.
His brother Ambrose had it built there. And those...
And that's why he hid in the cliff.
It's
so he could be
fault
close
to
to
say
it.
Nothing.
Oh, man.
God is punishing me for my sins.
Nonsense. God wouldn't use a diabolical apparition to scare you, would he? And what's more, Ambrose forgave you, didn't he?
Only on the condition that Jan's bones will be laid to rest in consecrated ground. Help me lay him to rest in a proper grave.
But without telling the priest and gravedigger. Isn't that sacrilege?
That's the only way we can put right a terrible mistake. Jan didn't kill himself.
Right, because Christians in this time period, you couldn't be buried. You couldn't have a Christian burial if you committed suicide, or if people thought you committed suicide.
All right. We'll give him a proper burial.
Thank you. The Lord will pay you back 100-fold.
I'd
There's a
appreciate if you
rose
paid me
bush
back
outside
100-fold.
the graveyard wall. You'll find his bones beneath it. Please bury him beside my Vashek. Here, beneath the pine tree. In that way they'll be reconciled, at least in death. Then place Ambrose's cross on his grave.
Oh
to
my
bless
God.
their reconciliation. It was good to see you, my friend.
Fuck off. Gosh, the dead are giving me more trouble than the living in this game. Alright, well, time to commit a sacrilege. Jeez fucking Christ. Really? Prop the grave. Man, we're a couple hours into this game and Henry's already done a lot of grave digging.
Well, I never.
That's not the retort I thought I was gonna. Oh God. Okay, I'm just gonna shut up.
Be it done unto me according to thy word. Hail Mary. And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Hail Mary. Pray for us.
What
O
was
Holy
it?
Mother.
Okay, there we go.
Your journey ends here, Jan. I don't know what you have on your conscience. But rest in peace. I don't know much about prayer in these situations.
I think you should just pray for yourself, Henry.
Our Father, there are many sinners in this world, but in the end, we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do. So forgive me this little sacrilege. You know better than anyone that it was the right thing to do. Thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
It's a good
And
way of
deliver us
absolving
from evil.
yourself, Henry,
Amen.
from any wrongdoing.
Amen.
Amen. There you go. Be happy.
Ambrose.
I saw that. May his soul find peace at last.
Well, you're not blind.
And yours too, Margaret.
30 years. I thought about it every day.
It's all right now. You did the right thing. Everything else is beyond the law of man.
I'd like to reward you somehow.
Cash.
I expect you wouldn't want anyone to hear about all this, right?
Well, if you... Will you keep it to yourself?
Yeah, I'll take
All
your
right.
money.
I'll accept the coin, and that'll be the end of it.
Thank you again for your help. God be with you, Henry.
What the fuck was that? Hi!
Hey, fella! Listen, we need help!
What the fuck?
Very bad. Brother,
What happened?
We are Knights of the Cross with the Red Star. Good brothers in Christ. I'll explain everything, but there's no time now. We have to act fast. Our brother Glesgan is dying. The crazy fool shot him. Help us.
I can't treat him here. Mother, God, help me.
Ita, Dulcedo es spes nostra, salva, Ave Maria,
Virgin Mary,
gratia plena.
Mother
What
of
are
God.
you waiting for?
Mary,
Help us. He won't
Mary,
help
no.
us. What's he... doing here anyway?
No.
He's bound to be in league with Conrad.
What happened?
If you're going to see the hermit, be warned. The man in the hut is just pretending to be the hermit. His name is Conrad, and he's a fraud and a murderer. The Inquisition paid him to murder our Grandmaster Zdeněk in Prague. Fortunately,
What the
God
fuck?
did not let him carry out the crime. But 2 of our brothers were killed by Conrad when they tried to detain him.
And I see a third one will soon join them.
He was just about to flee from here as well. We took him by surprise, but he had time to grab that damned crossbow and shoot Klesgen. By the Virgin Mary, help us. We have to catch him.
Did Conrad really want to flee?
Yes. We stopped him at the last moment. He almost got away, but we surrounded him.
You're a knight of an order?
Yes. I am Brother Arnold, a knight of the cross with the red star. And these are brothers Sibald and Nicholas. You are too late to make the acquaintance of Brother Klesgen, I'm afraid. We take care of the sick in infirmaries throughout the land. But we can't help our brother. You have to help us, while there's still time.
Why should I get mixed up in it?
I'll pay you. We just need to distract Conrad's attention, that's all. Otherwise, we won't have a chance against his crossbow in that gorge.
This is your business. I'm not gonna get mixed up in it.
Mary, Mother of God. You must be in league with him. Of course. Why else would you be here? Damn it! I should have known!
That was the wrong response, huh?
No, I'm not in league with him. And if I don't have any choice, I'll help you.
God, thank you. Try to get close unseen, and set fire to the haystack on the right-hand side of the yard. Then his crossbow will be useless. But do it quickly, before he gets away.
Man, I don't know about any of this. Do I have access to a hand grenade? I feel like it could solve a lot. Oh, damn. Conrad! Conrad, you old fucker. What the fuck? Oh, he just... Okay, well, I didn't know that.
Wait! I surrender!
No surrender!
Mercy! I surrender!
Well, I mean,
Show your stuff!
Well, he already killed one of them.
You should have fucking stayed out of it. Hey,
I'm not a part of this. Stop trying to get me involved. Nope.
Nice! I'll hack your ass off.
I'll hack your ass off? I feel like I want to restart this one. Maybe I should just let it... I don't know, man.
Enough! I give up! I surrender! Enough!
Oh.
A bandage! Quick! I hope that's enough.
You want to chop my head off, you idiot? Put that away.
I don't know how I feel about any of this, to be perfectly honest.
What do you want?
Good hit on your comrade, buddy. Ow.
We're gonna gut you, you whore son!
I've been waiting for you.
Alright, well, there were no survivors. That's unfortunate. don't know if I want the quest to end this way. Run away, he wants your soul. I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest, if it was all just for a sword. Like, I don't know, man. He's probably just gonna fuck off anyways. Where I'd be.
Where's the hermit's grave?
Yeah.
It ought to be somewhere around here.
There it is.
Now that's what I call steel. It may be broken, but there's hardly a trace of rust.
I probably didn't need to dig that up, huh? Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. Well, that's not exactly how I was expecting that to go. If no one survived, then no one can be the wiser. Henry has killed the devil. Fear not, citizens. I am on the case. Is it bugged? No, I don't think so. Whatever, fuck it. I have the sword, dude.
Greetings. What do you...
So I'm back, Master Blacksmith.
Excellent. How did it go with the hermit?
Everyone's
He's dead.
You...
Did you? No, not me. It just got a bit complicated. Anyway, it turns out old Ambrose really used to be a knight. And this really is Toledo steel. You were right, Blacksmith.
God's nails. That's quite something.
First class welded steel. Ambrose must have broken the sword himself, deliberately. It wouldn't have just happened in battle.
That's exactly what we need. See now, youngster. My clever plan worked out nicely in the end.
You had no idea what happened.
Well, thank you very much for your clever plan.
You haven't disappointed me yet, lad. So I'm sure forging an exceptional sword won't be a problem for you either.
Wait, I thought you wanted to do it yourself. I'm just your assistant, after all.
Not at all. I trust you. One day you'll become a master. That is, unless you lose your head first.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Whoops. Whatever.
I have to hammer it more evenly. I should move it.
How's it going? God be with you.
Man, it's really hard to keep rhythm, honestly. I'm really bad at keeping rhythm.
I have to hammer it more evenly.
Every time he starts whistling, I actually lose rhythm. I know they're trying to do the theme from the
We'll be
first
done in
game,
no
but
time.
it's really not the tune I would whistle for this.
And that's it.
Wait, I finished it already, huh? Wow, I got it in one go. Look at that. Maybe I am a master smith already. Okay, we're just gonna pretend like there's actually steam effects going on. Yep, that definitely doesn't look like a sword. Alright, well, I got it. Oi! I'm done! Open the fuck up! Oi! Stop having dinner with your wife!
I've got something for you, blacksmith.
God's nails, you weren't bullshitting.
I'd say it looks pretty much like a sword, eh?
Looks like. This is a damned fine piece of
There's
steel.
a door between us!
Damned fine.
Thanks. I was glad to help, but now there's something I need from you.
Get me into the
I'll
wedding.
pay you, of course. And if you want to do some smithing, I won't throw you out of my forge either.
No, you know full well what I need. I have to get to Samin's wedding.
Why is it so important for you?
Oh my god.
It'll just be a lot
Get
of
me...
people stuffing their
Dude,
faces.
do you have any idea how
You
much
can
trouble I
find
went
that
through?
anywhere.
Do you know how many
I have
people
my
are dead?
reasons, and you don't need to know them.
God's nails, lad. But whatever, that's your business. I don't mind taking you to the wedding. Nothing to it. We can set off once you're ready.